Hey everyone, welcome back to Anarchapulco TV, your home for the world's premier Liberty Conference happening in Acapulco, Mexico, right around the corner, February 13th to the 16th. I'm your host, David Rodriguez, and today we have a special group of guests here, talking about gold, something that's very fascinating because we all realize what's happened with the fiat currency becoming devalued, and the criminals at the Federal Reserve Bank just keep printing it out, and one day it will be useless. So I'm very excited to invite some sponsors for the event. We have Ms. Darlene Roselli and Dr. John Pro from Karatbars, and they're affiliates there who help people save in gold. So I think it's very interesting for something you want to pay attention to because of the reasons that I just mentioned. So before we get into the show, welcome to the show, Darlene and Dr. John.
Hello.
Hi, thanks.
Hi.
Yeah,
nice
absolutely. Yeah, we're so excited you guys are coming with us in just a few weeks, actually, in Acapulco. This is the 6th year we've had it, and we're talking about freedom, empowering your health, your finances, your family, all these different reasons. But you guys bring some expertise in the financial realm, talking about gold, perhaps even some cryptocurrency. So if you want to just introduce what you guys have as Karatbars to the audience here, and maybe we should start with what are Karatbars, please?
Well, Karatbars are small increments of gold, and the way you can purchase and start with a free account, and there's no minimum. You can start off with 1/10 of a gram. We got right here that's embedded into the bill with 12 different securities. But basically, this is about $6. So our cash gold is also our digital gold. And a lot of times what people say, well, why do I have to have the physical? Well, with this company, you don't. You can spend it the same way. So as we progress, and now we have our 1 gram cards too. And those are the physical golds that you get mailed to you. And also you can, you can just save in a digital format. So as we progress and as we move on, but now not only is it a savings for gold, you can take that gold, and now we have a coin exchange where you can take the gold into our exchange and buy crypto as well with that.
Wow. So you actually help people get the physical gold, or if they don't want to do that, they can have it on maybe an account somewhere or kind of on an exchange someplace?
They have their own personal account, and it's a bank now. So we teach them how to work their bank account. And it's a decentralized bank. So everything, we have our own blockchain going on here. So we're going to be totally away from the internet. We're creating our own blockchain. And we also have the technology involved that will take it to the next level. We have a phone that's about privacy and safety. So I know a lot of people in the crypto world, want to keep their coins private.
Right. Yeah, that's a really important thing.
The initial purchase of gold. Okay, so one of the things about this is that if you want physical gold, you can get it from this company. If you want to vault the gold, you can do that. If you want to take that gold and convert it to digital currency, you can. But the basis of all of this is gold, and having the gold that's within the system, reinvesting and backing up the entire ecosystem that they have for this new Karatbars system in total. In 18 months, they're going to launch the Gold Standard Bank, do an IPO. So we're in the process of doing that. This is the best way to get physical gold in small quantities. You can buy a lot of it if you want, but because of the features that are in those cards that you've seen, you can take those to any gold dealer, jeweler, pawn store, and they run over the scanner with that they have, and it shows that it's pure gold bullion. And the ability for you to then either convert that to fiat currency if you want to, it's instantaneous. If you have other forms of gold, and this is different from many other companies, because if you try to buy a Credit Suisse thing and take it to someone to look at it, and it's been opened or the package has been tampered, you have to pay to have it, evaluated, assayed, see if it's genuine and all that stuff. So it's really, this is where Harold Seitz saw the vision to get small quantities to people that were already vetted and registered. It's LBMA certified. And so it's the most convenient and exchangeable form of gold that you can buy. That's why it's exciting.
It's 999.9% bullion, where your coins, when you buy a coin, that has tungsten in it. It's not pure gold. And the face value of that coin, is it going to be really worth the face value that gold is worth? And I've tested the two, and I've gone to gold stores, and I get the full price on our bullion because they will buy our gold. In fact, with our cash gold machine, a lot of people will take it to gold stores, and they can get fiat dollars for it if they want. Now another thing with our coins, when you buy the digital format, you're buying at spot price. When you buy the physical, everybody says, oh, it's costs more than, most spot price, because it's already certified, it's already accredited. So you're paying for that authenticity of that card. So that's why the physical gold costs more. But your digital gold that you can keep in your CaratPay wallet, which is our digital wallet, you can spend that any way you want it. So you can move that into our exchange. You can diversify. You can buy Bitcoin with it. You can buy Ethereum with it. We're going to have other coins. So it's a company that not only, it's not about our KBC coin. Our KBC coin is the utility coin. It's going to pay for us operating our phones, our computers. It's going to support the infrastructure under the coin. And then we can take that KBC coin and we can diversify it into other coins. And then we can move the coin into our phone that has the security, and we can take it off of our Karatbit exchange because, everybody wants to own their own coins. So we have that control where we can have our own privacy and safety with our own coins. And when I want to pay you peer-to-peer, it's just I have to invite you in, and you have a phone, and everybody invites each other into the blockchain, where Google won't be there, So and also we are the third party in our company here. We are the intermediaries. There's no third party. So as everybody generates fees, as everybody buys gold, or they go back in, they go in through the exchange, or now we're going to have our digital stock exchange, which is linked to gold. So everything's creating more of a foundation here. And that's what Harold Seitz set out to be. He says he wants the average person to afford gold, and also to make, a debt-free society for the world. So as you put your money or your gold or your real money into this bank, basically your money never goes to zero. Because as everybody, the more and more the people know about this company, the more your money does not just sit there, it grows. Because everybody generates fees, and we get part of the fees as a commission, being a part of the company. There's no third party.
Okay. All right. So then you mentioned a few things there. You mentioned I think it was a gold cash machine. You mentioned an exchange, and you mentioned a coin. So all those things are available through Karatbars. Is that true?
Yes. They can purchase the computer and the phone now.
Okay. And you mentioned the gold's actually in that note that you have. I think you said it was 1/10 of a gram. There's another one that's a gram itself. So you said it's about $6.
Yeah, we have 1/10 of a gram. And now, you can do 2.5 grams. And then there's another card that's 5 grams. And then the smallest we have is 1/10 of a gram. And now the bills, we have 2/10 of a gram, 4/10 of a gram, and 6/10 of a gram. So there's small increments, so you can go. And also, I didn't explain too, and how we're going to be able to spend it even in more ways. We have a K merchant account where we're going to stores where they can accept this crypto. They can accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we're going to have other coins on there where you can diversify, and stores will be taking our cryptocurrency.
Similar to taking Apple Pay and all these other things, you'll be able to go to a merchant that participates, give them your Karatbars, account, and we take it out and exchange that for value in gold.
And the way it profits for the merchant is they don't pay any fees. We do the arbitraging, And when they, let's say I pay the merchant in Bitcoin, they'll look at the best buy that day on all the like 4 or 5 exchanges, and they'll give that merchant 1 to 5% more, and they don't have to pay any fees to
When's that?
crypto.
When's that merchant? I don't know. Is it a little system or like a processor? When is that going to be available, or is it?
Well, it's available now. Yeah, we have him set up. He's a chiropractor. He's taking his money that way. And I'm going into restaurants and I'm showing restaurants how to do it. So the more and more we get this to where it's a medium of exchange, the more it'll be acceptable and people will want to get involved.
Wow. So people can become affiliates with you or get involved with you somehow and actually go open up merchant accounts through other businesses?
They can even sign their businesses under their own link and have their own merchant account where they'll profit off of their own sales.
They permit you to have a personal account and a business account. So depending on the strategy, how you want to do that and fill in information and stuff. But I have an account there under my personal account. That's where my business is. And then we have things. This over my shoulder right here in this picture, this is kind of a image of what the cash gold machine is going to look like. There'll be a keypad on top, and everything's done digitally with QR codes, barcodes, things like that.
Wow.
And
so the whole process is to move away from the dollar, basically, where we can use gold when we can use crypto as a medium of exchange, and we don't have to have the dollars.
That's amazing.
But it is liquidity. There is liquidity. If somebody wanted to sell their coins, we have Tether on our exchange. If they wanted to convert to dollars, they can always take it out and get dollars from it.
Wow. So Dr. John, in your practice, you can actually receive not just the Karatbar coin, but other cryptocurrencies. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ethereum and Bitcoin for now. Yeah.
As long as there's digital accounts, it will interact with the system so that we can accept what they want to pay.
Wow, that's amazing. And then you said people can get involved with the minimal amounts, because this is one of the challenges when you're buying gold, is it's such a high price, you know, for an ounce that people don't have maybe $500 or $1,500 to buy fractions. But what's the lowest amount that they can purchase through Karatbars?
Right now, about $7.
Wow. And how would they go about doing that?
You would just go into the account. I can take you through the account and show you.
Sure.
If you want to be, okay, I've got, do I have to share my screen?
It's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with.
You can join as an affiliate right away, and or you can just be a customer. So, I mean, if you were in a hurry to buy a thing, you just go as a customer and sign in. And,
you don't have to, have a business
your,
package.
Credit card to buy.
I think a lot of people are concerned with the dollar, at least the people in the Anarchapulco community who are aware of the inflation and all the money printing that the Federal Reserve is doing. And we see the increase in prices. And, as Dr. Ron Paul has been saying for decades, he's a keynote speaker.
Yeah, I listened to him for years.
So he's on the right path, and all these people, Doug Casey's going to be there as well. So a lot of powerful and wise gentlemen who have been speaking about this for a long time are pointing to the same facts that you're pointing to, that it's smart to get out of the dollar, because one day it's just going to go down and people are going to stop using it, and then it's going to be as worthless as paper. So you guys have this type of solution, which is really great.
And that is what Harold has planned. I look at this as an all-inclusive bank where we won't even need a central bank. This is the new era of banking. That's how I see this. Yeah. And, it's getting to the core of the problem. And Bitcoin was the grandfather. We needed Bitcoin. We couldn't do this if there wasn't for Bitcoin.
Bitcoin digitized money, literally, for the world to see. Mm-hmm. Banks have already digitized money because we really don't exchange very much money. Use a credit card, it's just numbers in an account, ones and zeros, right?
Right.
But trying to get out from the central bank system, the question to ask, and everybody's really kind of jockeying for position here, what's going to take its place? What's the next evolution of banking going to look like? Mm-hmm. Is it pure Bitcoin? Is it going to be a mix of these coins? Is it gold-based? And Karatbars is trying to offer that. The the underlying consensus out there is how do we determine the value of whatever the new currency will be, right? And so the question has to be answered. What are we going to use for that? Is it a commodities basket? Is it just strictly gold, or some variation of gold on, say, settlement account? So
I think it's going to be gold pegged to crypto.
Well, that's one of the options, and that's why we're here, because it makes the most sense.
And that's why we're saving this way. I mean, we were just saving 6 years ago on gold. We didn't know anything about crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a learning process. It's a learning curve. And that's why I'm here to show people how to do it, because I'm taking people who are 85 years old and they are becoming tech savvy, because it's teaching them how our new money and where we're going in the monetary system and where we need to be open-minded and look at things that are happening right now, because things are changing.
Right.
That's
people having their first phone since a flip phone. It's kind of funny to watch that kind of a transition, but it's that kind of an evolution that's coming.
I want to mention one more thing before we cut loose here, is that you mentioned a phone as well. So like I've heard that phones can be hacked, and you want to keep your phone off Bluetooth and all these different privacy concerns. It's like, hey, I don't want to get hacked, and if you do have some cryptocurrencies or some just sensitive data on your phone, which is basically like gold itself, your information, your data. Do you have a phone that can protect the privacy, or can you talk a little about the phone that you have?
So this question asked is the blockchain unsafe or hackable?
Right.
Is it? I'm asking. Is that question. So the new phone that's coming out is voice over blockchain technology.
It's never been invented before.
Well, it is now. Here it is.
Here it is.
It's the first time. Okay, so this is the first use of this technology. And the computer system they're going to have is going to work off of that. And so the entire thing, you'll be able to do your transactions. This phone has a little shaped,
it's like a
angled shaped fob that goes into this spot here. It's red. It's your master key that will have all of your digital wallets and everything stored on there, all of your information.
So when you go to transmit your money, you got your QR codes built in, and you can transmit it and then pay as you go. So being the first voice over blockchain technology, we are with crypto data. And also when people sign and they become affiliates, they can also be a part of the next technology on our digital stock exchange. And that's what's going to be on the stock exchange, is our technology. So this is like knowing about Apple stock, iPhone, Macintosh, everything all together. We just signed a contract with the Army, and it's all the secrecy and the privacy that they use in the Air Force and all the, I guess, the Navy Academy.
All the military, foreign military. I mean, and you need secure, encrypted communications when you're doing things. And this is one of those technologies. And, right now, one of the things that companies getting involved, it's kind of a side shoot of this, early on, but using automatic drones and things to deliver and follow things. Well, you don't want somebody hacking the signal to that vehicle. Mm-hmm. So, and they're talking about this type of a technology going forward into autonomous flying vehicles and all that kind of stuff in the future. So this is early base. This is like voice over blockchain is going to be similar to GPS when it came out, like in the 80s. And nobody even gives it a thought now, because it's just, it's the standard way of doing business.
Yeah.
The Gold Standard Bank is going to IPO in a year to 18 months. And if you wanted to get in on a company that has that kind of influence and technology, it's going to be pretty darn good.
So that's where, you take your gold, you convert it to crypto, and our KVC coin now. Right now, it's less than a penny. It's still time to get some more, but we are getting on our own mainnet now, and now you'll see the coin growing, and there'll be a lot of talk. But right now, it's gotten, it's because we had some issues.
Karatbars transitioned to their own. They initially started out this concept on the ERC20 platform, and have now moved to their own blockchain. and we've got different names on it, CaratNet, MainNet. They're still struggling with some semantics with so much going on, but it's their own system. And it's an order of magnitude about 200 times faster than, say, the ERC-20. That's the reason why the phones and the computers are so important, because people, the system functions on agreement, correct? So when we're talking about a blockchain, and every device that can function in that system can be a node. So the better that we can move these nodes around and have more of them and get better technologies to agree with what's going on, the faster this process will be. In a few years, this process will be as fast as throwing your credit card down like you do today. Just put the chip in and you go.
We'll be able to do at least. I talked to Vito Toma, who invented the phone, and he's saying that, I asked him 2 years ago when I met him in Hong Kong, I said, what about hashgraph? And, he said, oh no, we're going to be mining totally differently. So, the technique of mining is even extinct now. So we're going to be mining through our nodes in our blockchain, because they're going to be launching, we'll have our own satellite. So we didn't tell you that these phones are satellite compatible now. So if you're off the grid, and there's 4 billion people out there that don't even have internet yet, there's 7 billion people in the world, this is going to bring a bank right in their pocket.
Wow, that's amazing.
This is thinking futuristically. And that's the way that's why we wanted to be
countries and economies that don't have this kind of thing. I mean, you can have one of these phones and your one person is the banker in your village. Yeah. And you'd be able to get gold and participate in the world economy where you otherwise wouldn't be able to.
So a lot of your Asian markets already, they're just doing everything with the QR code. They're not even using credit cards. So, this is moving into the future.
Yeah, I did see a documentary about the WeChat in China. I was in China about a year and a half ago, and everything is on digital cash, so it's very interesting. You mentioned the guy's name. I think you said Harold Sight. Can you tell a little about who he is? It sounds like he might have been the founder, or why he's important to Karatbars.
Yes. Well, he was a financial advisor, and back in 2008, he hedged most of his clients in gold. And he got the vision, and his vision, he was an MLM. He sold vacuum cleaners. He has 2 books out, by the way, The Future of Money and Think Big. And basically, his vision was how to get gold to the middle Americans, And now his goal is how he stated he wants to make 20,000 millionaires. And he already has, probably. I bet
Very
he
cool.
has.
Very cool.
And
That's a great goal. Yeah.
And basically, the owners of the gold mine and Vito Toma, the inventor of the technology, all of them together, they just want to see everybody prosper, and they're not about control. They just want to see us be in a better place and make a better world. And when you hear his videos, it's about us. It's about the people and helping the middle class. So he's a true humanitarian. That's all I can say about him.
Beautiful.
And he's in your face. He's honest. I mean, we had issues where our coins were stolen. He was telling us exactly what was going on behind the scene. He never lied to us. And now he just said, stay positive.
People are sometimes we in a lot of the dialogues and crosstalk about the different platforms, people are upset because it's an e-commerce business, meaning as you have affiliates, but to get to the average person and not have the big banking systems involved in everything, we can get in and get more people on board through the affiliate system than any other method. There are probably just over 900,000 affiliates now with this company.
And that's how Bitcoin got started, word of mouth, e-commerce. So,
absolutely.
That's the way businesses are created now. I mean, it is an e-commerce networking world we're living in.
It limits overhead, and it does a lot of many advantages to it.
And I'll get it clear, it's not an MLM, because you don't have to keep purchasing to stay in your status. I got in, maybe it was 400,000 people. I don't have to keep buying gold to stay there. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, it is, as you get in under the umbrella, then it just will blossom and you'll make a residual income for the years
Very
to
cool.
come.
Very cool. Well, you guys are going to be in Acapulco here in a few days, and I'm excited to come meet you guys in real life. I think some of our listeners and viewers here also are very intrigued by your phone, by the machine, by the coin, by the physical gold. I think that's interesting that you can just have the physical gold for $7, or if you want to do more, you can actually have it in your hands. I think that's super powerful. Some people might feel a little bit hesitant and put it in a vault somewhere because they don't trust these banks or various organizations, but when you have the physical gold in your hand, I think that's kind of give you some peace of mind. So for some of the people who aren't going to be with us in Acapulco, sadly, I hope they come next year, but where can they find their your website or get their free account? How can they get started, whether they're going to be with you in Acapulco or just watching this video?
Well, the website, we have to send the link. Right now I'm issuing, Anarchapulco has their own link. So what we're doing is we're signing people under the Anarchapulco link, and we can start forming that team, and we can just go from there, and we can post that link. And once they sign in, then I call them up and I'll take them through the process.
Very good. So then I'll get that link. I'll put it in the description below. And any final closing thoughts you want to share with the viewers who are whether going to be with us in Mexico or just watching live? Any closing ideas before we close this interview off?
Sure, I like this one. Would you like a piece of paper with a hamburger on it, or would you like the hamburger? Buy the physical gold. Get the gold in your hands.
You want the real
Absolutely.
thing. But you know, most of us want the digital, so that's what's so good too. You know, if we can spend it, then we can use it. So that's what most people always said. Why are you saving? Why are you saving physical gold? How are you going to spend it? Well, now we have a lot of ways to spend it.
Yeah, very exciting information. I gotta thank you guys for being one of the sponsors this year and sharing some time with us to tell us about all these very exciting innovations that's happening at Karatbars. So I will see you guys in Mexico. For some of the viewers who aren't going to join us, we'll see you soon, hopefully. And if you want to get some more information, join them in the link below. And we're going to keep evolving. This is the theme this year, personally, financially, health-wise. And as we change ourselves, we're going to be able to change the world, make the world a better place, as our guest just mentioned. And it all starts with that person in the mirror, that man, that woman, whoever you are. We are transcending the state, but focusing on personal responsibility, freedom, and self-ownership, and other principles that we're going to explore in Acapulco. So keep spreading the peace, the love, and the anarchy. We'll see you all very soon.